Hello, my dears, and welcome to my channel. And happy holidays for all you guys out there. I'm always happy and grateful that you've chose to spend your time with me. And I do hope that you're all doing well out there for this holiday season. I know it's pretty brutal, but it's almost over. And there is always tomorrow. But supporting my channel is easy. If you would like to do so, just like the video, subscribe, and click on the notification bell. You can even leave a one-word comment. It puts me out on the algorithm, and it really helps me to be seen by other people so I can help them discover their newest deck. Alright, so join me in meeting the official World of Warcraft tarot deck. And this was created by Flynn, who is also associated with the Sonic the Hedgehog comics, illustrated by Joseph Lacroix and Surfside 3D Studio. It was published by Inside Editions. And it retails for $27.99, and it is the official deck from Blizzard. The box itself is 5.81 height, across is 3.88, and the width is 2.10. Has the thumb indents. And the thing I'm really excited about, it has the title on every side. It's a small detail, but most decks that I have do not have it on the top and the bottom, and since I have such a large collection of decks, it just helps me out so much to identify the deck, because if I can't see the title, I forget about the deck, which is sad, I know, but I love it that they did this. And on the back we have some teaser cards. And it says, explore your past, present, and future with this official tarot deck featuring stunning original artwork inspired by World of Warcraft. Excuse me. All right, so when we open it up, it has the suit illustrated. So that's always nice. And then we have the little ribbon. Pulls everything out. We got the guidebook, which we will explore after we look at these cards, and it does pull the cards out. And if you work with reversals, they won't be revealed. You have the picture on both sides, so it won't give it away. And the box itself, the insert does come out. If it does rip, and it probably will. These are not built. They're not really built to last. I think pretty much every single one of mine has a rip in it. Okay, so on the back, if you take this out and you don't want the insert, you have this on the inside. All right. So the cards themselves are the same as the Rider-Waite cards, and as you can see, same thing. So if you like the size of the Rider-Waite, these will be right up your alley. And the deck that I'll be using for the comparison side by side is the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot, and it's US Game Systems, if you want to check that out. And the cards, they have this nice little gold on the inside of the card. It's really nice. I'm trying to make it shine, make it pop. Do a little pit pop. Okay. And the cards are like, it's like a matte, smooth matte. And the cardstock is good. It's flexi bendable. But Inside Edition decks, I don't know if they've always had good cardstock. So, if you are familiar with the World of Warcraft, if you will indulge me so I can like do a cliff notes for people who are not. World of Warcraft is a massive multiplayer online role-playing game. It's very massive. And it's set in the world of Azeroth. And basically, you make a character, you choose a faction, the Alliance or the Horde, and those are the two main sides that basically just beat the shit out of each other. And there are 7 races and 10 classes to choose from. You make a character, and also, if you're not familiar with my tarot videos, I do a side-by-side comparison, like I said, with the Rider-Waite deck, so you can get an idea. If you are a beginner who's only used the Rider-Waite and you want to go to a new deck and you want to see if it's similar to it or how it's different, you just want to see the symbolism, how similar or different it is, or if you're just looking for your newest deck. Let's see what else. Also, I'm also excited because there are no pips. I think this is the first Inside Edition deck that I've come across so far that doesn't have pips, and I'm really excited about that. And also, I am not going to tell you the names or what the image is. I am not going to subject you to my butchering titles and names. So I'm going to put a link in the description of the list of the names of the characters and whatever is illustrated, so you can basically see who they chose. And if you do play, you probably already recognize these characters. But I just felt I tried a previous video and I couldn't put that one out because I just didn't feel it was the right thing to do. I didn't want to subject you guys to that because I have difficulty in pronouncing words at times. And okay, so that's pretty much all of that. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at these cards. And you guys, if you want to, drop in the comments if you agree or disagree on who they chose for the card to represent it. And the colors are not bright. There's not a lot of bright cards in the deck. And they did stick to the traditional. They didn't change anything with the titles. They kept the Roman numerals. They didn't change anything in the major arcana. So I really like this deck. I really do. I did play World of Warcraft a long time ago, and I don't know. I think it was just so overwhelming at the time, and I just couldn't get into it. But I have collected all of Inside Edition's decks. I just started collecting them. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Um, I don't know. It's just one of those things you just feel you need to collect them. And I will be doing more Inside Edition decks in the future. And yeah. So be on the lookout for those. Because they're always coming out with new decks. And so plenty of things for me to review for you guys. And if you want to check out Inside Edition or Blizzard, I will link those websites in the description as well. And I also try to find the creator and illustrators' websites for you, but I really couldn't find much for those guys. Because I'm always interested in seeing what else they've done. They're kind of like biography, history thing. And check out the illustrators' art mediums and what they've done. And I do think that for the most part, they have kind of stayed true to the Rider-Waite cards. There are some of them, yes, that aren't, but the majority of them, yeah, I really. And beginner deck, yeah, I think this could be a good beginner deck. If you're really strong with the foundational deck, the Rider-Waite, I really feel like you could, if you connect with this deck, yeah. But with any new deck, it's going to take you time to get familiar with it, but it won't, I don't think this deck is going to leave you scratching your head and going, yeah, like this illustration, it does move away from the traditional, but I can interpret that they are moving away, just like the boat where they're going away. So they are leaving. It looks like they're charging. So it does veer a little bit away, but it still has the same kind of meaning to it. Yeah, I admit I was very surprised. I I didn't have much hopes that this would be a good deck coming from Inside Editions because yeah, but you know, I held out hope and I'm glad I did. All right, that is the swords. Okay, next one is the wands. And these are just basically wooden, I want to say wooden weapons instead of just staffs. These guys are cute. Yeah, this card is a little. I'm assuming that the eyes behind him are approval and they're holding up the staffs in, commending him because it's, yeah, comparable to that one, it's a little hard to read. But like I mentioned, some of them, they kind of veer away from the traditional, and that's okay because it gives you an opportunity to study the illustration and find a deeper meaning in it. Yeah, yeah. See, now that would have been a good 7 of Wands. And then this one would have been a good 9 of Wands because you're defending against all these guys. But here, he's got the staff up. It looks more like the 7 of Wands. But that's okay. It's what they chose. All right. Let's get back on the path. Alright. Okay, next we are going to the cups. And they're just cups, chalices, mugs, just like that. Okay. Oh, poor guy. He looks so sad. Yeah, this is one that I would definitely have to consult the guidebook for the interpretation. All right. And then, as always, the pentacles. And they have pentacles in this. Pentacles, coins, to represent the suit. Okay. And that is the deck. Okay, let's look at this guidebook. Okay, so it is 128 pages. And you've got your content page. It does give you individual for the major arcana, but minor arcana, you're on your own trying to find the card. And then it goes into introduction. And you can read that as your leisure. And then we have reading tarot, which is always geared towards beginners. I always view these as suggestions. If you're first learning how to do tarot, you're going to be overwhelmed. And it's always nice to read, but cherry pick is the best thing that I can suggest. Is if you read something and it feels good for you to do, you like doing it, then do that. There's no right or wrong way to read tarot. There's really not. Okay, so basically it's just telling you to calm yourself. Take a couple deep breaths. Doesn't say that, but it's always suggested. And then you figure out whatever spread you want to do. If you do your daily spread, or 3-card spread or whatever one, prepare to read. Basically just shuffle your deck. There's no right or wrong way to shuffle a deck. It's however you physically can or prefer to. Interpret the cards. They talk about how each card has different meanings. If you read them upright or reversed, totally up to you. You do not have to do reversals if you don't feel that you are comfortable with them, or you feel like you're not experienced enough to read them. But reversals a lot of the times are just the opposite of an upright. I'll give you an example, the Tower and Death. If those two are reversed, it just means that you're blocking whatever transformation needs to happen to you. It's, for the Four of Swords. You're burnt out. You need to rest. You're not listening to your body. So, there's nothing wrong with not wanting to do reversals. It's a preference. And then we go into aftercare. And it's just what you do after the reading. You could basically wrap it up in your cloth if you use a cloth to put on your table. You could wrap it up and then put it on the shelf. You could put your crystal on it. You could do a lot of different things to, as they say, refresh your deck or dispel energies after the reading. It's totally up to you. And then you could put crystals if you choose. I don't use crystals. It's a personal preference. You can use them or not. They don't affect your reading one way or another. Some people feel that they do. It's a personal preference. Using spreads. Okay, now we're going to go to the spreads. Got Times Trinity. Destiny Stallion. And then we have the Guiding Star. Then we have the suits. And then we go into the Major Arcana. Okay. And they basically will give you the title of the card, little background on it. Some of them, the Major Arcana, they identify most of who's in the illustrations. And then you have your upright and reversed. And it's just that way through the rest of the book. And then the Minor Arcana. And court cards. But to be honest, court cards are frustrating for me. They really are. Because they could represent up to 3 different things. So they can be confusing. But with time, you can always get past that. Okay, so then we go into the Suit of Wands and basically just describes what the Suit of Wands is about. And you get this little tiny thing with the cards. You get a picture of the card and an upright and reversal. And that's all you get for the minors. And then you get the Suit of Swords. And then you get cups and pentacles. I mean, it would have been nice if they could have at least told you the characters in the card, like they did with the majors, but the minors don't get the love. All right, and then you have your little blog, little blurb, not blog, about the creators and illustrators, and then you get your copyright stuff. All right, so now shuffling however you want to. There's no right or wrong way to do it. If you are physically able to shuffle them, you can do poker rifle shuffle, overhand. Just be gentle. I see people on these videos and they're slamming the deck. And it's like, oh my God, poor cards. And you don't have to be rough with your cards. You can just, ooh, 3 of Swords. No, we're going to wait. But, I mean, like that illustration, you can choose to use the fly out cards, or you can just put it back into the pile and say, nope. It's totally up to you. But I've done that a few times and it's popped right back up. So when that happens and it falls on the floor or something like that, or my lap, and I put it back and then it pops up again, then I know that the message is, hey, listen to me, all right? Quit ignoring me. Okay, then you can do the side shuffle, which I'm not a fan of. I've also seen a tops shuffle, which I'm not a fan of it. Top shuffle, yeah. Or you can spread them out like that. You can just do the whole wave thing, or you can just like totally just spread them out like that, however you want to do it. Okay, so I didn't want to do the 3 of Swords because I wanted to show you other ways that you could shuffle your deck. All right, so let's see what card wants to give us a Christmas message for somebody out there. needs to hear some message. King of Pentacles. Okay. All right. Upright. This card signifies a figure who is giving with their well-earned resources and counsel. Although this may not be desired by those around them, power and love are significant forces, but perhaps it is better to practice restraint. Reversed. Drawing this card signifies a fall from grace. Through recklessness or foolishness, this person has lost much of what they built up for themselves. This may ultimately be for the best. A humbled perspective may give them insight to where their true worth lies. All right. And basically that is all I have for this deck. Let me know in the comments below what you think of it. And if you did purchase it, let me know how it's working out for you. I always am interested in the pros and the cons. And you can always come back after you see the list of the characters in it and let me know what you think of their choices. But thank you so much for spending your time with me. And I do hope that you will join me with a future video. But until then, take care and goodbye, my dears.